Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the coaching community, the book business bosses, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, to be a book business boss, and certainly live your best life. So I am super excited to be with my good friend, Dr. Vernet Nettles.
Hello,
Yay! Hello,
hello.
hello, hello. Now you know when we're together, we're getting ready to do something with some books and all that good stuff, but I want Dr. Nettles to properly introduce herself and tell us where she's from, where you can find her on social media, and her website.
A proper introduction. Hello,
Yes.
hello. I am Dr. Vernet Clemens Nettles. My website is www.vernetcnettles.com. And I am so excited to be here today, tonight, tonight, whenever you see it.
That's right. Whenever you watching it, yeah. Whenever you're viewing it and all that good stuff. So tell me, I gotta kind of start at the beginning. How long you been writing?
Published since 2018, writing all of my life. Every now and again, I still find poems or stories that I have written when I was in elementary school or middle school that Mama has tucked away somewhere. So I've been writing a while.
I don't have that story. I never had the affinity with really the love of writing until really the 90s when it became as most people know my story, when it became therapy for me. So
Yeah.
writing for me was something that I learned late in life. Oh, but when the as I always say, when the bug bit, it bit really, really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could just think about
Uh-huh.
it, I'll give you a minute while everybody's finding you on social media, finding you on Facebook, and going to vernetcnettles.com. And then that's my contact new website, juliaakroyston.com, where you can find everything about me. But while they're doing that, think of one to
Uh-huh.
two real writing tips that you would give. Because even after almost 15 years in this building and business, I still have people who say, I've always thought about writing a book, but I don't know how to start, or I don't know if I should. What do you think? So, what are like one or two? Because we both love it. So
Yeah.
it's different when you love a thing and really trying to convince someone to really jump in or do it. I'll be honest, it's kind of a scary thing for a first timer. And I always, as you know, I'm like, oh no, that's just a part of the process. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep, I understand. Yep, this is a
Yeah.
part of it. But what are one or two things really that you would give advice you would give to a new author?
Today, I would say just write it down and don't overthink it. Those would be the two things. Because you spend so much time trying to put it in order, trying to make it look like you want it to look as a final product. Just write. Get the words out, get them on paper, get them in the computer, get them out of your head. Don't overthink it. Because once you have it down, once you have it written, once you have it typed, you're going to rearrange it anyway. You're going to edit it. You're going to change some words around anyway. So just write. That's the first thing. And
Mhm.
don't overthink it. That's the second thing, because there are so many other steps along this process. And if you get bogged down into trying to make it perfect right now, you're going to miss all the words that are in your head. You're going to miss all the words that are in your heart. You're going to miss all the words in your spirit because you've bogged yourself down with the moment. So don't live in that moment when you're writing. Get the words out. Don't overthink it. And then you'll have some other steps to take. But
Yeah,
those are the first things.
when you're editing as you go, that's where to me writer's
Yeah.
block happens. Now, I don't really have writer's block as much as I have as writer's time. I just need more time. I want more time. Business and life have prohibited from me from getting the writer's time I really want. That's what I don't have writer's blocks. There's thousands of ideas rolling around in
Rolling
my
around
head, and
your head.
I
Yeah.
get them every few minutes. My second two things that I would really encourage people is make sure that it is a message that you're connected to, that you love. Now, I switch gears a little to more from the writer to the publisher mode of
Yeah.
making sure that it's really something that you're connected to. because Dr. Nettles has been to events with me. We've been on events together. As a matter of fact, in a few minutes, we'll talk about the upcoming event where we're going to be, and we'll be at many more events through the end of the year. But when people ask you about your book, you need to be ready to talk about it.
You want to
They're
talk about
really wanting, they're wanting to make a connection with you, what your book is about, and they need to make that connection in the first 30 seconds. They need to make a connection with you and what your book is about, really in tight synopsis
right.
in really the first 20 or 30 seconds. Because when people are walking by, they're looking, they're overwhelmed. Like
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
done a large conference, we've done, we're heading to a large expo, we've done expos, and we'll be doing future. And when there's like 100 or more vendors in a place, and they know they have a limited amount of budget,
right.
and they really didn't even come in there for a book because they might have had a
Right.
purse on their mind or some jewelry they wanted to buy. But then they look at this book and they think, I really do like to read. Ooh, that looks interesting.
Yeah,
Wonder what that's about. You got about
yeah.
20 seconds to really pull it out and really, so making an affinity, a really close connection with your book is really, do you love it? Would you talk about it in your sleep? Would you talk about it, do you, anytime, anywhere?
Yeah.
Boom, then you have, then you really have a connection with it. And to me, that's a part of the sales pitch. People say, I don't really can't sell. I don't know nothing about selling. No, baby. But if you know your
It's
message,
yeah,
are passionate about your message, love your
yeah,
message, and feel like it's going to help or transform somebody else, you ain't got to worry about selling it.
yeah.
It'll sell
The
itself.
book will sell itself.
Yeah. The
The
book.
book will sell itself.
Yeah.
The message will sell itself, and the author talking about the experience. The experience sells the book.
Yeah,
So yeah.
most definitely, most definitely.
Mhm.
And I have even tried because I've had authors say, I'm too busy. You travel, so I'll pay you to take my book around the places, and they normally
It's not
don't
the
sell.
same.
It's not the same thing. So when people walk by and I say, "Oh, these are all the books I have," they normally, because they're making an investment. Remember, as the author, they're making an investment in you. They're buying the book, but they're really making an investment in you. They normally would say, "Oh, did you write that?" I'm like, "Well,
Right.
no, but my client did." La la la. No, I want to buy what you wrote, and so that's the reason why I don't do
Right.
that anymore. I
Right.
don't. I don't. I just don't do it. I don't do it because they're making a investment in you. And then when they meet Dr. Nettles, they want to purchase her book. They want, because they've made a connection with her, and people do business with who they know, like, and trust. And
Right.
so, and people can get a feeling about you in a few seconds. It doesn't take that long at all. So, I'm super excited about
Yes.
all that's going on with Dr. Nettles, all that's going on with everyone. When you're moving your books forward and doing all that God created you to be. It's a wonderful thing. So, coming up, yay! Okay, so I'm going to Dr. Nettles' hometown.
Come on home.
So where we going, Dr. Nettles? You gotta tell me about it.
We are going to Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, we're going to the Sister to Sister Women's Expo. This year, the expo has joined with the Gulf Coast Motor Show. It's now a 2-day event. Sister to Sister has been doing their Women's Expo for several years, but now they're looking to expand. And so, this opportunity to partner with the Gulf Coast Motor Show should bring in more patrons. It should bring in more sales. You're going to have a wider variety of audience to see to see our books and
Yeah,
other things that are going to be other vendors at the expo. We're going to be out at the fairgrounds. The grounds is what they're calling it now in Mobile, but we'll be out at the fairgrounds, and I think it's from like 9 or 10 to 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Come on out and see those cars at the motor show, and then come on in and get a book to read on your way home.
yay! For your children and for your own fictional
Yeah,
pleasure and for your own inspiration. One of the beauties of collaboration and connection and networking is, you're right. It should bring, first off, it should bring the whole family,
yeah,
because
yeah,
the motor show will bring the men, And of course there's women who are into the cars too, but more, traditionally it's really been a man thing, and the women just kind of tag along. So if you got something, you head over there to the cars and I'll be over here at the women's expo. I'm praying that it's going to be a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And so that's usually the one of the main reasons why it should be, when you're making connections and collaboration and networking, that it should be a win-win. It should be a benefit for everybody, so that the kids can be there, mama and daddy both can be there. It can be a whole family affair. Because when you say women's expo, the men's like, I don't have to go. But you
Yeah.
say cars, the women say, I don't have to go. Well, good. Now we got two things that should interest the men and the women
Yeah.
in one place. So that should be a phenomenal thing. So I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to Mobile. That's
Oh,
down on the coast, and I'm looking forward to looking at some water and maybe put my feet in a little water and sand. Who
yeah.
knows? But I'm looking forward to that. I need a little respite in my life, and a little R&R. But as hard as I work, I like to play hard too as well. So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to going to Mobile. So tell us about your books and what you'll have available there at the Sister to Sister Women's Expo.
So very excited. I will have my book of poetry, Unspoken Words. Unspoken Words, the poetry in that book really focuses on the words that are in our heart that we never get an opportunity to say. I'm also going to have three other faith based books: Prayers for a Friend. I love Prayers for a Friend because that is a compilation of prayers that I have prayed for my friends over several years. Prayers during bereavement, prayers for a new job, prayers for my children. They're all in there. And then, of course, there's Pray, Praise, and Be Encouraged, which are 21 days of small prayers just to get us in the groove. And my first book, Why Should I Be Bound, which is a 30-day devotional that reminds us that we don't have to be tied to our struggle. Our struggle has already been taken care of. Victory is already won. Why are we tied to the struggle? And so those are my four books.
Yay! And then I'll have
Okay.
many, many more. But one of the things that I do encourage you, and with devotionals, the beauty of them is that you can take one for each day or one for each week, one for a month, and meditate and be blessed and read it
Yes.
over and over again. So that's the beauty of devotionals. That's the beauty of inspirationals. And that unspoken words, it's got a little extra in it. It's just not straight poetry. Got a little extra
There's a
slid
little
on in
extra in the
there.
back.
So you got a little extra in the back, that's straight from the heart. And so I really, really encourage you, if you're an inspirational lover, or if you're kind of down in the dumps, and
Oh yeah.
there's a little hopelessness and helplessness jumping on you. You got to kick that in the bud and have words that you read, that are getting in your heart, that are getting in your mind, that are getting
Yep.
in your spirit.
Yeah.
So I really, really encourage you to come by the Sister to Sister Women's Expo at the fairgrounds, at the grounds in Mobile, Alabama. Meet us there September 3rd and 4th. Come enjoy. You still got Monday for your grilling your hot dogs and hamburgers,
Yeah.
and putting your slab of ribs on. So you still got the holiday Monday. So we're not taking none of that from you. Just come on by and celebrate with us the Labor Day holiday, but support sisters doing in business and enjoy the car show. Pick out the car you want and realize how much you're gonna have to save for, and how much it's gonna cost, and how beautiful it. Open up the door and get
How
that
beautiful they are. Yeah. Oh yeah.
and that new car smell. Yay! Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that and super excited about all what's happening and all what's going next. Now, my last thing before I go,
Yes.
just in case you are interested, you got a book finished, and you need a publisher, let's have a conversation about it. Go to talkwithroyston.com. And if you need a writing coach, see Dr. Nettles, Vernet, see nettles.com. And you're like, I don't know if I want to have a group coach. I need a one-on-one. Well, Dr. Nettles is
Let's
your
start now.
one-on-one coach. Make sure you give her a shout out, reach out to her, email her, and make a connection. Then on September 6th, write that book now boot camp.
Okay.
bkroystonpublishing.com. That's a 5-week boot camp. Jump on in, click on classes, and let's make it happen. So the next time we're out and about, then you can have your book at the book fair. Now, speaking of book fair, coming up in 2023, it's March 11th, 2023. Mark your calendar. You know, you can get that on your phone.
Yeah.
The Montgomery Book
Montgomery.
Fair is coming to Montgomery, Alabama. We'll be there March 11th, 2023.
Yeah.
And mark it on your calendar. Yep, I'm already planning for 2023. I got the venue booked. We're all set
Yes.
up and ready to go. So more information to come. But just mark your calendar, save the date. March 11th, 2023. We're coming to Montgomery,
Montgomery,
Alabama. Oh
Alabama.
yeah, they're trying to make me come to Alabama more and more and more. Ooh, but I
Go
love it. I
home.
love y'all. I know. Come on to the South. I know it's always pretty warm down there. I haven't been down there when it's cold, so we'll see what happens. Y'all know I love it. So thank you so much for joining us. You all be blessed in all that you do. If you're in Montgomery, meet us at the Sister Women's Expo September 3rd and 4th at
That's in
the
Mobile.
grounds in Mobile, Alabama at the grounds and the Gulf Coast Motor Show. And then save the date, March 11th, 2023 for the Montgomery,
Montgomery.
Alabama Book Fair. More information to come. You all be blessed. Thank you,
Be
Dr.
blessed.
Nettles.